Hello guys and welcome back to NK's Mystery Box. Today we are giving my newest Sims Let's Play series a bit of a slight reboot. Last time we were here, we focused on two families that were at war with each other for the two supernatural groups, the witches and the vampires, where they were also, well, okay, here's the thing. I wanted to do a whole plot line where vampires and witches were at war. I'm still going to do that. But the way I went about it when I first started, I just jumped right in with the idea that these two groups had been at war for decades. But I never explained why this was. So I'm taking a deep ass breath and taking everybody back 100 years prior to when I started. So everything that you saw in the last video, and all the videos where we were reviewing the gameplay of Realm of Magic and stuff like that, that current world, that timeline, great, awesome. We'll come back to it later, sometime in the distant future, once we get everything set. But right now, it's 100 years before. In order to do this, I have to explain a few things so that way nobody's confused. So this may take a while, and this may be the longest ass intro ever. So we're going back 100 years, which means in Sims the year is 1919. And I'm going to give you a little bit of a history background to give you an idea of what the world in this particular Sims is like. So sit back and be creative with me for a moment. Now I'm going to give you the current timeline in my Sim series. This is my creative underplot to this series. Therefore, it is totally fictional, just like the stuff that I just mentioned. Completely, everything's fictional. This is just for fun. Don't hit me with a rock. I'm just experimenting. So now I'm going to give you a little timeline of events that happened prior to us starting this series today. In 1886, a vampire murdered 3 sages. It was believed that vampire venom was poisonous to witches, but no one really ever talked about it that much. Later in 1909, newer sages start spreading more dramatized rumors that vampire venom is scientifically proven lethal to witches. No records of this scientific test exist. In the same year, the 3 elected sages created a new magical procedure called overlapping. Overlapping is when deliriate, the spell, is used on a sim to the point that they would lose all memories and false realities would fill the sim's minds, ultimately driving them insane. Later in 1917, the National Witches Society of Orderly Moonshines, interesting name, closed down its portal to the magic realm. Only familiars and the 3 elected sages were allowed to be in the magic realm at this time. The following year, in 1918, a law was passed allowing witches to have one set chance to visit the magical realm and register as a witch. This helped with safety precautions and shit like that. Anyone who failed to do so was to have their powers binded and memories overlapped. So, if a mortal ever were to come across the magic realm, it's gonna happen in this series, believe me. The sages will get notified about it. If anyone has potential to become a strong witch, a familiar is created and sent to the witch, which is what I just basically explained, with set instructions on how and when they can come to the magic realm. Alright, I'm reading through a list here because there's a lot that I have to remember. Last week, but just prior to us starting this wonderful series, the elected sages announced that they would be thoroughly discussing the vampire topic as it grows more popular in culture, talking, witches are rumoring, talking about it. It's a very hyped up thing now. So the 3 elected sages are going to go off and they're going to have a meeting and decide how it should be handled and what they should do to perfect the rules against vampires, because right now there's no rules against vampires in the witch community, just like there's no rules on witches in the vampire community. Everybody's equal, so things are going to be possibly changing. We don't know. As a witch outlook, we don't know. And later on, we'll dive into the vampire government as well and see what exactly they're doing. So that way we have both sides of the story. So for you guys to know, Forgotten Hollow, which is I'm saying established in 1435, is the vampire capital of the country here in the wonderful Sims world. Glimmerbrook, however, which was established in 1789, is the witches' capital. No laws forbid one from visiting the other. The other part of the world is 98% of Sims that are mixed households. So, like this wonderful household. And now I'll hit play. So this wonderful household that we'll be focusing on today is a mixed household. And as things start to change and develop with the way things are going between the witches and the vampires, we will see how it affects the relationships within the family. And then we'll see it grow and prosper into what we saw 100 years down the road. Okay, and let me check my list to make sure I didn't forget anything, because you know me. Alright, so now we're getting to actually dive into the gameplay part of this Let's Play series. So being that this Sims family is in my that I'm planning on focusing on is set in a vintage time period, not only will their looks lean toward the elegant side of fashions, but I prohibit any use of electronics, which are set in my home for when I'm not filming, because let's be serious. Sometimes I come in here to play just to play, and my Sims get bored, so I give them a TV or something. If I catch a Sim doing anything modern, like texting or computering or anything of that sort, if it's not... Now, obviously, there are certain things in the game where I have to pull out the cell phone and, travel to different locations, anything that considers my career, stuff like that, so I'm ignoring that. But anything like if I just happen to click on a Sim and see that they're texting, because that's a default thing that Sims do when they're bored, is they pull out their phones. If I see that, I will be deducting $50 from their funds. Also, if I see them sitting and watching TV when I go to check up on them, another $50. Same if they were on the computer, stuff like that. You get my point? Every time they're doing something modern, $50. If the funds are ever happen to be and jump down to zero, the offending Sim that's doing whatever it is they're doing that would request me to take away $50 pays with their life. I kill them, they're gone, yada yada yada. Once a Sim dies, they're dead. I am not resurrecting Sims via cheats or unsaving. I know a lot of people do this where they'll be playing a Sims series and they have their main character, and then something happens and that character dies, and then they go, oh, well, I didn't save, so you'll see them next time. Bitch, please. That ain't happening. That ain't happening in this series. In this series, if something happens and they die, let's say they die in a fire, or overexposure to sunlight, or spellcasting bullshit, they're dead. They're staying that way. Just leaving it at that. Now, there is a spell where you can resurrect people in The Sims. Right now, none of my Sims know the spell to do so, and if I choose to have any of my Sims learn that spell, then we will discuss who will be lucky enough to be resurrected, but I don't plan on doing that until well later on down the series, when things are more severe and nasty with the extreme violence mod. Now here comes the fun part. At the end of each episode, I will spin a randomized choice thing. This randomized spinner will be given options either to jump ahead 10 years, 20 years, or 40 years for the next episode. So, for example, when at the end of this episode, I'll probably continue on so that the next episode we're just picking up right where we left off. But then after that, I will be choosing to see when we come back if we jump ahead. If we do, then I will progress The Sims how I do randomly, and we will pick up from where we left off from there. So, like, if I'm trying to get... because I'm going to be trying to play with a lot of the other packs as well, like Get Famous and stuff like that. So, if one of our Sims is trying to get up in the acting career or whatever like that, I will progress the Sim randomly and kind of just give a backstory as to what happened in the gaping space that we missed. Each episode will have a smaller recap. I'm obviously explaining a whole lot because this is technically the first episode, and then that way you guys aren't lost. I promise you guys in the future, these recaps will be much, much shorter and much, much faster kept up. So that way, if you're new and you're watching these for the first time, you're not completely lost. I will also have random moments where I'll cut away and give some insight on what's happening in the world around my Sims. So like, when the sages finally decide, when I decide, when they finally make their decision on the whole vampire witch thing, I will let you know what's going to be going on. So that way you're not like, okay, what's going on now? All right, I think I got everything covered. That's the end of my list. I think we're ready to dive in and see my Sims family that we're going to be focusing on today. And again, I'm sorry for the long ass intro, but you know me. I got to cover every hole in a plot. So, this is my Sims family, and I made them pretty quick. And first of all, this is their. We should just. Hold on. Blah, 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 blah. Let's go back before we even look at our Sims family. Let's do a lovely tour of the home, shall we? So, this. Somebody's tense. This is. Ghost. I see you. The bitch. She getting naked and trying to get in my house? I don't think so. Anyway. So here we are at the wonderful manor. I haven't really given this house a bit of a name yet. I just one day I sat down and I made this and I'm like, I actually like what I did with this, so I'm going to continue on with it. So, where are my controls? So this is the front door into the building, and immediately we're into like this lounge area. We've got lovely chairs here that look at the lovely windows. I had a TV here, but I deleted it because TVs don't exist yet. We have a cauldron, some lights, and a lovely piano because our Sims are going to try and get a bit of fame in this series. So I got a lovely piano that one of our Sims can play off of, as well as an organ. Loving the thunderstorm while I'm trying to explain everything, because that's all I hear in my headphones. Alright, second floor in the stairway. Alright, so up on the second floor is just a stairwell kind of room. I'll be putting more furniture in as time goes on. But this is just a lovely stairway looking over the front bedroom, or the front bedroom, the front entryway with a lovely ceiling capture thing, dome, glass. I can't think straight. Words of my mouth. Alright, back up. So then, once you come up here, you are up on the roof section of the house. Now here's a bit more of a modern section of the house for when things get a little bit more progressed. I will have a YouTube station set up for everybody, but as I said, right now this stuff doesn't matter, doesn't exist. Move on. So then we come down here and we're in the first vampire room. Here's the coffin for one of my vampires, I believe the oldest vampire. And then we go down further into things, into the secondary vampire room. Both rooms break off into a subsection, secret passage, whatever you want to call it, and come through this magical secret door here, and try not to run into the bookcase. And then we come into the living area proportion of the house, lovely green wallpaper, blah 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 blah, and then just more lounging type stuff, place to chill out, place to eat, stuff like that. This room, this is the patio. Nothing much going on here. This is a a photo shoot room for when our Sims get a little bit more famous. And then also music equipment, so that way we can make music to try and get up that fame point. Then you come up here to the secondary patio, I guess is what you would call it, and go through this door, and it's back into the other half of the main lounge. There's a fireplace, some laundry. Yes, there's a television. As I said, if anybody's caught on that, I'm going to be charging $50 until TVs are valid, and then that whole rule will go away. Alright, I'm in a room. Okay, so I ended up in the bedroom. And then this is the lovely kitchen with a dead bitch. Don't ask why. And then we have the lovely dining hall over here where everybody's at. And this gives me a chance to actually introduce some characters. So, Here we have the Velvets and Amara Dickinson. So Amara is this lovely chick here with the Sims plum bob above her head. She is a recently registered witch. I believe she registered in 1918, so last year. And she's still learning the ropes, but she's hoping to use magic to not only gain immortality, but we're going to try and get her some fame, and she may have to use magic to do that. Then over here to her right, we have Veronica Velvet, I believe is her name. Right? Veronica? Is that right? Give me your name, honey. Veronica. Yep. Okay, I was correct. All right. So here we have Veronica Velvet, who is a mortal. Right now, her road could go either way. She could become a vampire. She could become a witch. She's kind of torn between the two. Woo, where am I going? Screwy camera. Over here we have Relic Velvet, who is her recently husband. And I just gotta say, he the baby daddy. All right? This bitch knocked up. But he's the baby daddy, and he's a vampire. He's kind of manipulative. All right? He don't want a family. He wants to create a coven that'll overtake the Queen of Vampires and kind of change the way things are run for himself. So on occasion, he'll kind of vocalize it to Veronica here, and she's kind of torn. She's like, do I want to support him? Do I run away? What do I do? So there's that underlying plot line. So like Amara, Veronica wants to try and get some fame points as well, but right now she's just a measly old babysitter. And then Relic doesn't really have a career yet because he's a vampire. And then I gotta figure out where the hell our last character is because she ain't in here. Where the fuck did she go? So Amara has a sister, Annabelle. And Annabelle is a vampire. We don't know how this happened. We don't know when this happened. But somewhere along the lines, some parent had a night, and out came this lovely vampire extremity. We don't know how she became a vampire. We don't know if she was once a witch and then changed into a vampire. We don't know if she was born a vampire. We just know she's a vampire, and she's the sister to a witch. That's going to make things complicated, I'm sure. So that's the characters. Amara has a bit of a love soulmate type aspiration, so we're going to be playing with that. All she wants is a little love. Amara has a spellcaster sorcery aspiration, so we'll be playing with that mostly. But she also is an actress, and she has a gig starting at 12 p.m. Saturday, and it's currently 3 in the morning. And so I'm going to let her go to bed because she needs to rest up for her audition, I guess. Whoopsie. Skip that. So as of right now, Veronica has the vampire family aspiration, but she's not really following it a whole lot. Originally, she had a she had aspirations to become a mom. Clearly that's happening. She had more of a family-based thing, but Relic kind of took over and said, no, this is what our plans are going to be. And he has the exact same aspirations. So I think that's most of the family. That's most of the house setup. Oh, and then we have Golby here, who is a very interesting dog because, well, it's just weird. I don't know. The dog is fat, but sounds like a raccoon. Okay, that's all I gotta say. I just wish the dog would bark so you could hear it. But it's very high-pitched bark for a big doggy. See what I mean? Anyway. So, there are specific chores that I have also for the household. I have laundry for them to do, and during specific times I will shut off the lights and stuff like that. Just like right now, because it's 4:18 in the morning and everybody should be asleep. I'm going to let the vampires get to bed so that way they can be more ready for tomorrow night. Hibernate. Alright. So it looks as if everybody's asleep except Veronica. Girl, what you do with your life? Alright. So, I'm gonna have her go down to the library proportion of the house and to purchase vampire tones. Yes. Send my inventory. Good. Alright, we're gonna have her read the first encyclopedia of vampires, so that way she can kind of get an idea, like, what does she want? Does she want to become a vampire? Does she want to become a witch? She's torn because she's not sure if her baby's going to be human or if it's going to be vampire, and she can't decide if she wants to be a vampire herself. Figures there's a broken toilet right behind her as she's studying. Alright. Unlocked vampire tome. Veronica has discovered the... Whoa. Wait a minute. The hell? I literally... Okay, so I've been playing with this family for a few days now, and so that way I could kind of get, like, things kind of underway, so it's not, like, just a brief start. And for whatever reason, this dog keeps getting sick. The fuck? Don't you guys take care of your dogs? I mean, I had just took him to the vet, and now I gotta do it again. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, well. I'm alright. Look what you get to do after you're done unclogging the toilet. What's wrong? Anyway. She will keep her reading. Why is that dog so sick? I don't understand it. Watch, the dog dies. First episode, dog dies. Alright, that's not what we want. Okay. Can you speed this up with the whole fixing shit? You need to learn Reparo or something. Alright, one boring vet trip later, and $700 some odd dollars gone. Doggy fixed. Alright, so I believe Veronica went off to work to be babysitter. So we will see how well she does when she gets back. I also, something that I just randomly decided to do, I went ahead and cheated the weather to be raining and storming like this for like 1,000 hours. 1,000 hours in Sims. So it's like, this never be ending. So I'm kind of curious what all the water levels are going to happen as the game goes on. Like, is it going to glitch and start flooding? Like, I kind of want to see that. So I figured that'd be a fun thing to kind of like constantly keep an eye on while I'm paying attention. So we got a little bit of free time because it's 3 hours until our whatchamacallit. So I think to calm this bitch down, like calm it down, we're going to have her experiment with the cauldron and see what kind of magic we can cook up. Because why not? While she's doing that, I'm going to see what this guy's up to. Well, nothing wrong with listening to music. Alright. You guys should be hibernating, though. It's 9 in the morning. Hibernate. I hate how when you leave, it makes your Sims wake up that are vampires. I don't know why she's sad. I really don't. turn on the lights that way.
Bimbalop.
The intensity is not strong. There we go. Alright. Very uncomfortable. Muddy everywhere. Sleeping. Ooh, so slipping in a mud puddle means that mud gets everywhere. Everywhere. It might be time for a shower. When did you. Okay, hold on. Girl. When did you get slipping in the mud? You were fine coming in here. Dramatic bitch. Ain't got no mud anywhere. But fine, after you're done experimenting, you can go take your shower. Greedy ass bitch. Alright. She is taking forever to get through this whole cauldron thing. By the time she's done, it'll be time to go. This girl acting like she got a bad back. Like, what did she do? First to say she slipped in mud and got mud everywhere. Now her back be hurting her. Girl. Okay, something came up. Alright, so Amara had discovered a new potion recipe and has bottled up a sample. One potion of plentiful needs has been added to their inventory. Ooh, alright. So I think we got a couple extra dollars. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up a nice shelf right here for potions and stuff. For anything that we might, you know, acquire throughout the series. Surfaces, displays, something pretty. Sure, why not? A nice little freezer. Nah, actually, scratch that. Get the nice china cabinet instead. We'll put the potions in here. It'll look nice. Yes. Alright. Yoo-hoo. There we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Alrighty. So it's almost time to get going. She's literally got like an hour to go until her first acting promotion thingy. So excited. This first episode is going a lot better than the first one that I actually tried filming. That one, oh my god. I had to just start over because it was terrible.
Zodiac Edie. Mago Benorth.
Oh, I know you ain't gonna go watch that TV. You're lucky I caught you. Yeah, smile, bitch. Okay, so this bitch. I've been already playing with the deduct money rule off screen, so that way I can kind of get in the habit of doing it. And half the time when I charge the family, it's because of this bitch. She just wants to watch TV, play on her phone, do the computer stuff. At least everybody else has been keeping busy with like doing laundry or talking to each other. But no, this hoe with her purple grape butt decides that she's going to go off in the corner and try to sneak it like a bad pack of cookies. I see you. I'm on to you. You're the main character of my series. Do you think I'm going to not notice the fact you want to go watch TV? Stupid hoe. And she's just smiling because she's like, I know what I did, and I'll do it again. Alright. So, it's 11:14, and you just want to go off and watch TV. Take a nap. Sit there. Can you nap here? Hello. I guess you can't nap there. Alright, fine. No problem. We will go in a different section of the house. We'll go up here to the napping lounge. I think that's what we'll call it, is the napping lounge. Take a nice little quick nap before you gotta go. Probably have to go by the minute you get up those stairs, I bet you. wasting your time getting up them stairs. I'd been like up them stairs in like 10 minutes if it meant getting a nap in. Oh, dumb bitch. Alright. Good. Time to go. You're 6 minutes late. Go to your thing. Go be who you be. Okay. She's like taking forever to get down the stairs. Maybe it's because of her shoes. Because, I mean, look at them shoes. If I was wearing those and trying to get down the stairs, I'd be faceplant. Alright, so she's off. We'll go see how her thing is going. I think I'm going to wake up. Oh, good. Veronica got home. And she just dumped money everywhere. Oh, she won everybody earned $119 or $198. Good. Let's change your outfit to something more meaningful for your job. There you go. Alright. So, you're hungry. Let's go get you something to eat. Wait a second. Make you something quick. Hold the fuck up. Didn't she just have like a small baby bump like 2 seconds ago? She must have one of those vampire pregnancies. Are you gonna like queef birth any minute now? Wow. Alright. I think it's time to wake Relic up and like have him tend to his wife. Because it could kill her. Holy shit, she's already going into labor. Wow. Alright. Take your wife. Can you take her to the hospital? Like, be a friend? Or is this just gonna happen? Alright. Is she just walking up in here like, I'm going to do my thing. You do what you need to do. Do you just check in? Check in at the front desk, no? Hello? Are you're just going in to get it done. They know. Excuse me. Alright, let's see who we get. I'm excited. Babies on Sims. Alright, so the first the baby we have here, it's a boy. Yay. We do Henderson butt wipe or butt no butt wipe third wipe I there we go. Henderson butt wipe 3. Holy shit. Twins. Okay. No. How about we do Christy Velvet. Christy Velvet. How about we change it to Crusty Velvet? Crusty Velvet. Like Krusty the Clown. Holy shit. Another girl. How many fucking kids did you get? Let's do Athena, Shannon, Blair. No. Tabitha. Or actually, how about Scarlet? Thunder. Exclamation point. Oh, I can't do that. Alright. All right, you guys. So I think I'm going to finish it off here. I think this is a good spot to stop for the day and see where things go from here. Although I'm going to put up the walls here. So Veronica had her children, all three of them. We don't know if they're vampires or if they're human, though. That's the thing. We don't know yet because they're babies. So I think for this episode, I think we got to pick if we're going to jump ahead or not. So let me get the random spinner ready, and I'm going to choose. Okay, so I have the spinner ready, and I gave it a quick spin to see if we would be jumping ahead, and the great fates of God said no. We are doing 0-year jump ahead, so next time we will be seeing how the kids are doing in the household and how the parents are handling 3 children. And we will also see how Mara does with her first acting gig tomorrow, and stuff like that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and girl, why are you turning your butt to the camera? Nobody wants to see that shit. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel and you would like to, hit the subscribe button down below, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that way you guys know when the next episode is out. I'm going to try and edit these videos pretty quickly so that way you guys can have them out more faster to enjoy and stuff like that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!